Don't worry. We're live. Oh, no, and my light won't go on because the battery's dead. Dang it. What's up, nerds? Welcome back to another episode of the Aggressively Average Angler podcast. I mean, if we don't start off the rails, it's not a AAA show. That's what I know. We just realized it was like 8:16. Hey, we should probably go live, said Paul. We've got some fun stuff for you guys tonight. We're prepping for a dream trip to the Pacific Northwest right now. And there's a lot of packing going on. There's a lot of chaos behind the scenes.
There's no packing going on.
Well, there's a lot of packing lists being created and discussions being had about what we should pack and maybe buy last minute. Why is my battery dead? Look, my sign won't light up. This is BS. Bergaflickle. All right. But yeah, so we're prepping. We're planning for this trip. There's all sorts of chaos going on behind the scenes. This is what happens when you get a bunch of actual brands and content creators together to go on a trip to a place that's never hosted a trip like this before, but is planning on doing it ongoing forever. It's been interesting. So we're going to share the journey. This is kind of like we don't normally do like behind the scenes stuff on our normal show. So we're going to do some behind the scenes stuff today on what we're planning on with that. Maybe we can make some predictions. Who gets attacked by a sea lion first, Paul or me? Who catches a big halibut and pulls it up onto their kayak like a fish blanket? That would be hilarious. I cannot wait till we catch some fish that we've never even thought of catching before. It's gonna be nuts. But before we do all of that, I gotta share something with you guys, and it's on a share screen and audio here. Don't worry, if you're just listening to the podcast, you get the full enjoyment of this as well. Because there's no video to go with it. This is what we did on our members only live last night, like the whole time. Where is it? This one right here. All right, we made a song for the channel. You guys ready? Here we go. This is how we're starting the show. Can you hear the audio again? Turn it up. There you go. It's pranked.
Casting lines in the morning haze. We're just okay, but we own this phase. Real spin slow like a heartbeat drum. The nerves cheer loud for the average ones.
That's the punk rock one.
Saddle bars, dreams, and a tangled mess. We're not the best, but we're not the less. Unbiased truth with every cast. A love for the nerds that will always last.
Ridiculous. The love for the nerds.
We're not the best, but we're not the less. Unbiased truth with every cast. A love for the nerds that will always last.
There it is.
Aggressively average crew. Just okay, but we're here for you.
Just okay.
Shimmy alone with rods in hands. Nerds unite, we're your biggest fans.
Is this the Raise the Rods in the Air one?
No, that was the emo one. Hang on. So this is our country
I
song.
love to fish,
This one's
but
this
I'm
one's funny.
not the best. I got a ton of kayaks and I still can't catch. But if you come with me, we're
Come with
gonna
me.
catch some fish.
Somehow we're gonna catch some fish.
Forgot about that.
And if we don't, we'll have fun anyway.
Hey, we'll have fun anyways.
Aggressively average anglers.
Anglers.
We catch fish, not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
No.
Thank you for coming out.
This is so
Let's
absurd.
catch a vibe and talk about it. If you want to catch a monster, then don't call us.
Don't call us.
But we got so many rods and reels
Wow.
and tackle. The community's what keeps us going. If you're still here,
A weird gear
then you're
shift.
the real MVP.
Right?
That's the one.
Aggressively average anglers.
There we go. I got one more.
Out on the water with rods
This is
and
what we're thinking about the closeout.
casting like legends, but missing the plans. We're just okay, but we're giving our best.
Yep.
The nerds got our back through every cast and test. We're the aggressively average crew. Hooking small fries, but we're
Like-
honest and true.
The ballad.
Reels and rods will tell you what's real. Unbiased reviews. That's the deal. We don't need trophies or fish of the year.
Won't get
Just
them.
laughs and good times.
Not fish
with
of the year. I didn't know that was a
nerds right
thing.
here.
No.
Crankbaits and chatter, we'll give it a try. fish just wave us goodbye. We're the aggressive
The fish
crew.
just wave us goodbye. Oh my gosh, that's been a trip. I made an extra special song for a request of my wife. She thought it was hilarious. I will play it later in the show. But needless to say, we found this app. It's called Suno, and you can just make AI songs. You literally just like you can type the lyrics, or you can just have it auto make you a song. You just tell it what you want the song to be about, and then you give it a genre. It was fun. Ask any of the members. You see a little logo like next to their name in the chat there. Ask any of them. It was a blast. Absolute blast yesterday.
We were letting them fly. The
Yeah.
Wu-Tang was my favorite, I think.
It was so fun. They came out really well. Surprisingly, like AI is just writing bangers over here. Let's real quick welcome new member John Lewis. Welcome to the Shark Deucers. Let's
What's up,
go. If you come to one of our members only lives, you're gonna get to do fun things like use AI to make decals, shirts, and songs. That's part of what we do. We also do a lot of behind the scenes. Yeah, we do a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and we do a lot of giveaways. There's a giveaway that Paul packed up yesterday. Lots of fun. All right, let's get into the show for tonight. Got a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of stuff to pack, not unpack, pack for this trip. Trying to get this figured out. It's
Trying to pack it, not unpack it.
No, yeah, we got to pack it first, then we'll unpack it later on when we get to it. Yeah, we don't have time right now. So we're going to the Pacific Northwest. Talked about this a little bit on the show, but we are going to a little tiny, what did we call it yesterday? An archipelago? Not quite an island,
Archipelago.
but it's an island. And pronounce the name. What is the place called?
Oh God.
Kuyukut? Kayakut?
Oh man, now I can't do it.
You were on the ball yesterday.
I had it yesterday.
Now you're dropping the ball. It's ridiculous. It's embarrassing for you. So that is where we're going. It's like near Vancouver Island. We'll be in British Columbia, and we're gonna be fishing for salmon, fishing for halibut, fighting some sea lions. You know, the normal stuff. Maybe seeing some orcas. But most importantly, we'll be out on the ocean in kayaks for the first time ever for us. So I expect that to go really well. What do you think, Paul? Go perfectly?
I think expectations. So it's funny you mentioned like how do you expect it to go? Because we've gone on a few trips, some filming, some adventuring, some combination of both. But the expectations get set very high. The expectations will be like, you're gonna catch a 6-pounder. It's happening for you today.
I hate when people say
And
that.
honestly, I don't want to hear anything about that. My expectations are I'm gonna get skunked and I'll feel lucky if I catch one fish. That's like my expectation going into it. And then I'm not disappointed no matter what. Like I'm like actively focused on making videos. And then if the fishing is great, then I'm like, oh sweet, shift gears. That's the easy part. I would tell you guys, if you ever go on like I'm not saying like don't expect nothing to happen, but fishing is difficult. Fishing for species you've never targeted is more difficult. Fishing for species that you've never targeted before, in a way you've never targeted before, in a kayak you've never been in before, in a place you don't even have a concept of in your brain, your expectation should be that you're going to learn how to stay alive and do that for a couple of days
and hope for the best.
Let's hold on tight and just try and have fun. Like that expectation will carry you, and your mental load will be so much lighter going into a trip.
Yeah. I mean, that's the main thing, right? Like, is you just have to go in with the intention of having fun. And if things go well, they go well. Otherwise, you end up putting like an insane amount of pressure on yourself. And I got to say, like, one of my biggest pet peeves is when you're the one that traveled the distance for a destination trip, and then like the local guy that you're hanging out with at the time is like taking you around. So this is like going to see Chad Hoover on Gunnersville, and people are talking it up. They're like, oh, we got this front coming in, someone's gonna catch an absolute giant, bite's gonna be hot, and then like the bite's not,
the bite's trash.
The bite's trash, and you're just like, dude, dang it.
I mean, that happens way more. It's just, I don't think people realize how difficult it is. They just don't realize how difficult it is. And the other thing too is when you're filming, like, so a lot of people will be like, oh, you're going like on site, like you're going somewhere crazy to film a video. You don't realize how much work it takes to make the freaking video. Yeah. And then you realize like, oh, I I only got to fish for like 4 hours tops, and it was in like a place I have no idea, and there's no guidance, and yeah, I did not, no.
Yeah.
So I like I'm downplaying it, but I'm kind of doing that on purpose because when you get out there and it's banging, then all of a sudden like it's great. You don't have to do anything to enjoy a bang and bite. Like that's not a problem for me,
Yeah.
And to be fair, these fish, they do not get pressured anywhere near the same way that like inland lake fish get pressured. And this area is like there's just no people. So they get commercially fished, and that is not the same thing. So it's gonna be I mean, I do have high hopes, but I'm like trying to keep them damper, and I'm trying to just like let's just keep the smiles big and let's just see what happens.
Let's just keep the snacks flowing, the hydration going, the dryness hopefully kept up. We've got some rain suits that we're going to be testing out actually when we're out on this trip. So we just scooped up the man, what is the name of those? Yeah, it's from Casking, but what's the
I don't know what the bibs are called.
Well, we're doing a great job talking about it, aren't we? What the friggin' heck are those called? I'm gonna find it right now. But anyways, so we're gonna be testing those out.
I did just get the Hawk Storm coat. It came today.
You got a coat from Casking too, so apparently you.
I thought we did not get that.
No, we did. We specifically ordered it on purpose.
I thought on purpose they didn't have that size.
No, they had a large.
No way.
Yeah, you dum-dum.
Wow. All right, bet. We'll see which one I take then.
We'll see. You're gonna have to pick one. So we picked up the
deflector someone put in.
Yes, the deflector bibs, I believe,
but not the deflector coat.
Has to be. And then you got the hydro armor, which was a $60 raincoat.
That's right.
Yeah. So we got the hydro armor and the deflector bibs. So yeah, I mean, we don't have rain bibs. We've never had them. We've always like wanted to.
It's been on the list, but they're expensive.
Yeah. They are.
Cheap
they
ones
are
like $190.
And I just don't feel like I wear them enough to validate the purchase. So that's why we've never done it. But finally got the opportunity with Casking. So
and it is going to rain. Like the chances of it not raining are pretty low. It's the Pacific Northwest, which so I know everyone probably knows what that is, but that is like the northern Pacific coast. So if you think like Oregon, Washington. Vancouver, western Canada and like southern Alaska. Like that's what we're talking about.
Yeah. So chances of raining very high, as in 100%. It's going to rain at least
some point. There is like I think it's Tuesday and Wednesday. There's like a good chance that like during the day it's going to spit at us for a little bit. And I mean I kind of hope it does. I kind of just want to like be out in the crap and see how it goes. I don't want to be like that the whole time, but like I'll take one day of like let's go. Because I mean honestly, people talk a big game. People talk big games like I can stay out in the worst weather and I'm the biggest, most hardcore fisherman that's ever manned. And I'm always like, you've never met me. I'm just stubborn. It's not even a good thing. But I'm going out there.
I will not be returning until I have some fish.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude.
Also, I missed this early in the show. We had Tim Meredith, who joined the Shark Juicer crew as well. So welcome aboard. And next Members Only Live, I didn't mention at the beginning of the show, it is July 8th, Tuesday, 8:15 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you there, and we'll do some giveaways. It'll be a lot of fun. And then we'll mess around with AI, try and take over the world. Tried every single Members Only Live. Haven't succeeded yet, but
aggressively average. Anglers.
One day. We're coming up on 50 Members Only Lives. We just did 47.
What?
I'm pretty sure. Unless I saw.
No way.
No? Yes? Chaz, can you confirm or deny that? He'll let us know in private chat. Chaz, how many Members Only Lives have we done? Appreciate you. Thanks for the help. So, yeah, we are coming up on 50, I think. And if not, whatever number it is. Yeah, there it is. We're at 47 right now, so we're 3 away from 50. We'll have to do something big on Members Only Live number 50, I think. That one will be post ICAST, too. It'll be like a month or two after ICAST. That should be fun. Looking forward to it. All right.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have some stuff give away. All right. So back to the preparing for this. So we talked about where we're going. Now, it should be noted that this is essentially like the Salmon Highway. That's what it's called.
It's called the Salmon Super Highway. So yeah,
Super Highway.
It's where
Even better.
all of your, well, not all, but a significant portion of the salmon that you see like at the store is coming out of a good chunk of it's coming out of this region if it's wild caught.
So check this out. What we're going to do is we're going to pack up some travel rods. A lot of people have asked us for travel rod reviews. We've got two. One that I've actually had for 4.5 years and I have not used once. And one that Paul just picked up. So we got a Daiwa. Which one is that? It's not the Presso, is it? Ardito. TR for travel. So we have the Daiwa Ardito.
No, it's not. It's for totally rad. What's wrong with you?
The way your delay is set up right now is inexcusable. That was like 10 seconds after I said it, you snapped at me while I was in the middle of a sentence. I'm like, yeah, so
very
review the Daiwa,
angry.
and you're like, no, we're not gonna. Paul is getting a new router. We talked about this last night. He has always had internet lag issues randomly throughout the show, but we're gonna hopefully fix that at some point. Look at you. Is it a 3-piece then? 3-piece 7-foot? I'm assuming. I have the
So I have the 7-foot 3-inch medium travel.
No, you go. no, go ahead. No, it's fine.
I will.
All right, cool. Anyways, so you've got that one that you just told them about. And then I am going to bring the Akuma SST, which is a salmon and steelhead rod. And I figure, you know what? That might work for salmon. So I'm going to bring that. And then we are going to be testing out a new batch of reels as well on these. Look at it. Isn't it beautiful? Look at it. It's so pretty. Neat.
It's got the bottom up.
How much is that one? 130?
Something like that.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, this is the medium, and it handles 1/4 ounce all the way up to 3/8 of an ounce.
Yeah.
6 to 15 pound line. It's kind of perfect. So, and I'm going to take this to Hawaii too.
Yeah. And we're going to put it to test on some salmon, dude. I feel good about my salmon steelhead rod.
Yeah.
I think that one will be interesting. I love the bass gear though. We're not the we're going to be using this delay, not going to happen. So yeah, we are going to be using conventional bass gear for a lot of this too. And a lot of guys coming up want to do that as well. Obviously, there's some saltwater guys in the mix that are going to be up there. They're not going to goof around with us, but we are using some inland lake style, freshwater style bass gear. We're just going to load up the reel with 50-pound tests and have a good old time, right, Paul?
Yeah, and so a medium though is like standard because when you're in the ocean and or large lake, it doesn't really matter how big the fish is. If you have decent drag and you have a medium action, you're gonna be able to jig up anything. And like the standard gear, standard gear is a medium. Like that's what most people are gonna have. Anybody fishing from shore, even for huge fish, you're just going to let the drag and the rod do all the work and just take your time. Most people are using like 15-ish pound test braid and then going out to a leader or just going straight fluoro. That's like, I did like a month's worth of research before we did Hawaii.
Look at you, guy.
So that's the standard recommended gear if you're not using like a trolling rod.
So we'll be testing that out. We got the SST. We're taking some new reels out that we just got from Casking as well. People are looking for different price points on the reviews, try to get you guys some variety and brands. We haven't done really much on Casking. I know a lot of people use them. So they reached out to us and we were like, yeah, why not? We'll try some of these. We picked up the Skeet Reese spinning, bait casting. We got the new Royal Legend 2, the purple shiny one, the sparkly boy. In spinning and casting. We've got the Mega Jaws, Mega Jaws Elite, and the Speed Demon Elite spinning rods. And then we have we didn't get the capstan. We should have, because we could have brought it on this trip. It's a saltwater reel, but we're going to take regular gear instead. Oh, well. Yeah. So, and then we have the Kestrel BFS. This is like not the Elite, the new one that they made around the $100 mark. And then they have the Kestrel Elite Micro Finesse, which is a different version of that I hadn't seen till we jumped on their site to figure out what we wanted to try from them. So a whole bunch of that stuff, a bunch of their line, their Micro Finesse braid, their hammer braid, the Alpha, and then their fluorocarbon line we're going to be testing. What else do we get? Our boonie hats came in today, dude. So we do have those boonie hats out on the ocean.
Did you try them on?
No, I like ran in, saw it. It's in a little sleeve, and I just like threw it in our stuff. I was like, we'll check this out later. So I have not tried it on, but I'm sure it's great. I'm sure it'll be fun. It'll be perfect for this trip. We're gonna fit in so well with the saltwater gang. I think they'll be like, get out of here. People, this is what Paul and I keep talking about on this trip. When we go on fishing trips, y'all, we like really drive everybody nuts.
We just be ourselves a lot.
Yeah, which is horrible. Apparently,
it's a bad idea pretty much all the time.
Across the board, it's a big mistake. Like,
don't be yourself. What are you, out of your mind?
Yourself? You're gonna listen to the genie from Aladdin? No, don't do that. Be somebody else. I'm kidding, guys.
Be yourself. That's where he's a bee.
Yes, they got it. It's a pretty popular reference, I think.
Is it?
Aladdin, the Disney Aladdin movie? You believe it's not?
I think most people, 99%. Put up a poll. Let's find out how many people got that reference from the jump.
Come on, chat.
I gotta
let me down.
I gotta
let me down.
Is Chaz around? Is he gonna be able to pull it up?
Chaz, do you want to put that up, or you want me to put that up?
People will be like, "Did he made a joke?" I don't understand.
Just be yourself. Thank you.
Yes.
Did you get the reference? Yes. No. Come on, chat. This is my faith in humanity that is on the line. Everybody say yes. Ain't no way. Like, one of the most popular Disney movies of all time, with one of the most popular actors, Robin Williams, of all time.
Robin Williams, was he the genie only in that one?
Yes. Yeah. The main actors never come back for those cheesy TV.
I think he was the only time he was the genie.
Yeah.
The genie of the lamp.
10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck.
Itty bitty living space. Phenomenal cosmic power. Itty bitty living space.
Come on, you guys. All right. It's because we came from the era where the Disney VHS movies were in those big, clunky white boxes.
Cases that were made of space plastic?
Yes. They use that. NASA uses that stuff for real. Straight up. All right. I'm at 58% to 42% yes. So 58% is yes so far.
Close.
So I'm winning, but surprisingly by a small margin.
Yeah,
what in the heck? All right. We talked about this on our Members Only Live last night, you guys. And we were like, what movie or Paul's first question was like, what TV show do you quote the most? And I was like, not really TV shows, but
but it's like the one that dates you, the one everybody hears, and they're like, you're old.
I just dated myself just 100%. Now. I am old. So sue me. You'll be hearing from my
The DeBurley hype man totally gets it, because that gets stuck in my head all the time. Prince Ali, Ali is he, Ali
If you guys, if that song doesn't go through your head once a day, I'm sorry. Get me out of here.
Lovely to see.
Anyways, fine. It's
100 bad guys with swords.
You get it, at least. But this is what I mean. This is us on a trip. Like, what you see on the live is essentially how we behave the whole week. And this is going to be sweet, sweet revenge on Chad Hoover.
Oh,
we're going to bother the heck out of him. We got Wendell's Fishing is going as well. What was that? What's the bait brand that's going now? Dang it. Can't remember everybody's name that's going, but there's a lot of cool people going. Yak Attack guys are going to be there. Bixby guys are going to be there. The Vibe Kayaks is going to be there. Somebody was like, of all the kayaks in the world, why Vibe?
I think we're going to.
I was like, dude,
that was savage. I think we are going to get a Vibe for the Vibes, which is important because I have not put time on them. And then I was able to swing a couple of crescents. So we're going to get a CK2 and a Shoaly out there. And really, I mean, we're saying we're going to be on the ocean. We're going to be on like an inlet area. It'll be big, wide, and open, but it's going to be semi-protected. So I'm not like terribly worried about it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It is going to be a lot of fun. All right, 29 votes in. The verdict is in. Chaz, close the polls.
Shut it down. Shut it down.
Shut it down while I win. Barely. By a slim margin.
Literally shuts off his computer. I won. For sure.
I won. You're it. I quit. Oh, man. All right. So what were we talking about? Oh, who's going on the trip? So
yeah.
Yak Tag Vibe, Bixby. Who else?
Wendell.
Well, I said Wendell, Hoover.
Both
Hoovers. Chad and Austin will be there.
Yeah.
We got Kayak Jack.
Yeah.
Right? Marty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marty's going to be there. And a bunch of other really cool anglers.
Kayak Angler Magazine.
Yeah, Keith from Kayak Angler Magazine. There will be a feature in Kayak Angler Magazine, hopefully before the end of the summer.
A cover shot if we get a good one.
If we get a good one, I mean, or I ram into Paul's kayak and flip him, and he gets
same thing. Gotta get a good shot.
Viciously murdered by an orca. And like that'd be
no radios. Good
story.
Good for YouTube.
I just imagine like Shamu coming up out of the water. You're in his teeth.
Free Willy. Like, he's jumping over my kayak while I'm like,
well, Michael Jackson's playing.
You get it.
Yes. Oh, dude. That I was talking to my girl. We watched Wild Wild West the other day.
When I roll into the Wild Wild West
peak. And I was talking to them and I was like, back in the day, the good old days, they made movie soundtracks that were good.
They're
like
fire.
Every single movie that came out had a soundtrack with like popular artists. Yeah, and they would make like songs for them.
Triple X had an entire collection.
Yeah,
and it was actually really good.
It was good. And that doesn't happen anymore.
No, that's the saddest thing.
It's so sad. The last time a good one dropped was Guardians of the Galaxy.
That was pretty solid.
Guardians of the Galaxy Awesome Mix Volume 1 and 2. Look them up on Spotify. Yeah. So good. It's like a workout playlist.
I will say though, Invincible actually has like 4 or 5 chart toppers. Like they're on the, I think like 4 of them made like the top 100.
Really?
Granted, it's a TV show, but yeah, they're from like soundtracks from the show.
All I'm saying is, where are movie soundtracks? Bring them back.
I agree. I know. I mean, especially when the case art was fire, like it matched the dude. That was so fun.
Will Smith would write custom songs for it,
and you got to so like they would like if Ice Cube was in the shark movie, whatever that one was, and
Deep Blue Sea.
Thank you.
That was not Ice Cube.
I know. I'm out of my mind. Thank you.
LL Cool J, my friend.
So he did 3 songs for that movie.
Yeah.
Because he was in it. All of the Fast and Furious soundtracks.
Yep.
Legit.
Those are amazing. I often go back to those. Those are like my favorite hangout music.
You got such a good, because those were not expensive either. You would think because of the artists and the movie title, they would have to like pay everybody and it would be worth way more money.
They're like $12.
It'd be $13, $14 and you got a massive discount, stuff like a $21 like premium, you know what I mean? You got all that for free and the songs were popping.
They were Armageddon, Aerosmith.
Dude, I have played that exact soundtrack dozens and dozens
so many times.
Dozens of times.
It's a classic. All right. So back to prepping for this trip. Should we go through the list of things? Here's the things that we don't have that are hard to travel with, right? So luckily Keith got hooked up some PFDs from a brand we've never tried before. So that gives us
They're pretty fancy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's just like, hey, this is premium stuff, whatever. We probably wouldn't buy it, but we get to try it.
Well, it's a Canadian brand. So I don't think we have them down here.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about it. Whatever. We'll do a short. That's what we'll do. We'll do like an Instagram reel on it. Hey, Canadian. We got a lot of Canadian viewers here. We gotta do that.
I'm not saying we shouldn't. I'm just saying that's why we wouldn't buy it. Because I can't.
Yep. Fair enough. So we're gonna try that out. We're trying out some baits we've never tried out before because they're saltwater baits. So we get to talk to that. We're gonna try out the Vibe kayaks. Fishing all day in the CK2 will be a new one for us. We've only ever put like 20 minutes in on one of those. So that'll be cool. We might do some rigging on the water potentially if the right accessories are there. We're feeling that's a low percentage chance. Somebody wanted to put a Newport on one of the vessels on the new canoe, but we need the quick connect system. So fingers crossed. A lot of stuff was getting shipped out late from no fault of them, but like from the brands. They're just bogged down with so much stuff, and they're like, oh, this trip, and then I'll send you a couple kayaks up there. Okay, cool. So I do appreciate them hooking it up. I know it's a challenging time right now for them to do that. So big shout out to Crescent, New Canoe, Yak Attack, and Vibe, obviously, for providing those. And I'm assuming if Bixby goes, maybe there's some Bixbys we can run.
There's got to be a couple.
Yeah. So I'm pretty stoked for it.
You want to talk about a rigging challenge? They got to figure that out for everybody. I should bring pulleys for us.
For the motor?
Yeah.
Nah. I'm not bringing squat. We're gonna figure it out.
For me,
we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, a pulley will figure out pulley is like the biggest clutch move. Like when you
got enough carabiners, or you want to just like tie it off?
I just tie a knot. That's all you need. To a cleat.
Yeah. To a cleat. Yeah.
I do 2 knots. I do one for down so it stays where it's supposed to, and I do one for pulling it up. Just do a loop knot. Easy.
Oh, no, I meant the actual pulley. You have to clip it to something so it has the ability to work.
But you don't have to at the Bixby. There's a ring at the bottom where you're supposed to run the line. You just clip it to that ring. It doesn't do anything else. Yeah. So I just clip it to that ring.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, bring carabiners so we can clip it.
They all come with them.
Oh, nice. Well, yeah, bring me one too, but no.
Oh, now we want.
dumb. All right, so we're gonna get a lot of reviews while we're out there. I think that's gonna be sweet. And we've never fished out of Vibe kayaks, so what better way to learn about Vibe kayaks than on the open ocean?
I can think of a lot of better ways.
No. This is the best way.
This is the best.
Death-defying reviews. Let's go. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be able to get a lot of content for you guys, a lot of reviews that a lot of people asked us about Vibe. So I'm glad that we finally get a chance to talk about, hopefully maybe 2, maybe even 3 different models of Vibes. I know there's a Makana up there, and then their new one that's about to drop. So we'll be able to get a first look at that new kayak as well. And then we're staying at this place called the Sea Otter Lodge. If you Google Sea Otter Lodge BC, there's one in Alaska too that's kind of close by. Friggin' who's the copier and who's the OG? We're gonna find out on this trip. But the Sea Otter Lodge in BC, it's pretty cool. You can see what it looks like, where we'll be, where we're fishing, all that stuff. I'm really stoked for it. So let's you want to talk like packing lists, like stuff that we're throwing and how we're going to be running light this trip. Light-ish, I
have my list. So
here we go. You're packing for a trip. What do you get?
Passport.
Number 1.
License. Dash.
Very important.
Bring it. Rain gear. Shirts.
Shirts.
Put underwear and socks on the list. No. So shirts is actually 15 or 17 shirts from Malone Trailers that we're bringing. I have boots/shoes. So, I mean, I don't know. I was kind of like, do I need to bring hiking shoes? Like, we're in the middle of nowhere. So you kind of need something that's like at least a little bit rugged. Then you got to have something where you're fishing. So probably 2 pairs of shoes. Filming arms. That's my Paul code for like Boomstick or Panfish Pro or something. Yep. And then cameras and batteries. If I don't have those things, I am in trouble. Foot peg equipment. I'm going to set somebody up with the foot roller peg system. I have deeper, 2 question marks. I think we decided we are going to bring
both arms.
Both of the deeper sonars and the arm mounts.
Yep.
I'll put deeper plus arms. That'll totally make sense later on. And then I have waterproof bags.
Phone holder.
What about a phone holder?
Well, if you're running the deeper.
No, we're going to hook it up. We're just going to plug it into the
just check
power
bank.
You want. Power bank.
No, I know, but how are you going to read out what the deeper is finding?
Oh, I'll probably just set it up.
I
mean, no, I literally would just set it on my lap for a second. I think I'm only going to pull it up for 30 seconds at a time to be like, how deep am I? I'll just set it on the deck. I'm not worried about that.
Are you bringing a phone leash.
Yeah.
I think
Tether,
so, too.
1000%.
I gotta add that to my list. The phone tether, because I promise you I will lose my phone for the first time ever. I've never had a situation where I've almost even lost it on one of our lakes.
This will be the time.
This will be the time I lose it.
When you
guaranteed.
absolutely need it. Waterproof bags, reels, and then I'll say travel rod, even though I was going to bring that anyway. Travel rod. And then fish grips is a big question mark. Rod holders. We do need to bring a rod holder, one each. And then I did put on there 50-pound braid and some fluoro. So the fluoro won't be a problem. I really don't keep a lot of 50. So we might buy some when we get up there, or we might just mooch. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. And then I did text Wade at Yak Attack yesterday, so he's going to try and bring up some rod holders as well. And then the only thing that we couldn't find in time was fish grips. So hopefully they have something up there.
I mean, I don't know that we need them. I think it was more of an optional thing, but I mean, I don't know. I really don't know those fish that well. Salmon, I don't worry about. I was going to ask him, I'm like, what do I do when I catch a fish and I want to keep it? Like, I assuming you just kill it and then throw it in the back of the kayak.
Or the big boat.
It's going to get hot.
They'll probably have the big boat with the big cooler hanging out.
I hope so.
We'll
figure it out.
Us.
It's not something I'm worried about immediately. We got options.
Right.
But yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I mean, really, if you guys have never caught,
thank you, William. Appreciate
100%. If you guys have never caught a salmon, it's work.
It is a lot of work. They fight hard. They're big and
big, and they just lay down and they're like, no, I will not come in, and they just lay there. I mean, it's like the opposite of a walleye. Walleye's like, ha 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 ha, we're having a fun time. I'm battling you, but they're like weak. They're easy to reel in. It's more like a catfish where they're like just dug in and they go on runs and they'll be like,
it's like when your kid just plops on the floor and you're like, it's time for bed, bud, and they're like, nope, me. And you gotta just
you have to work for this.
Oh man. Rob Harrison says, hey, if you're flying out of GR, get you some fish grips. No, we're going out to Detroit, man. Sorry.
We'll get some when we're out there. I'm not worried about
Don't worry about us. We'll just have to spend $1 million Canadian, which is like $10 US. It'll be fun.
Okay. It's not that bad. It's actually getting closer.
I saw a clip today where the guy was like, yeah, I want to rent this studio space. And the guy's like, oh, it's $2,300. And he hands him US dollars. He goes, brother, this is US dollars. You own the building now. And he just hands him the keys and he walks away.
Savage. I would AAA Hype Man is asking, what manner will you use to dispatch said fish? That to me, that's the I mean, yeah, you could do that. It's harder than you think. It would take
the Batman meme.
It would take a while. Yeah. If I had a batarang,
you're asleep.
They're all asleep.
They're all asleep. Batman, they're dead.
Even that one? You shot him. I'm definitely going one of these. There's a very important
straight to the jug.
Something right there. Jugular. And I'm just snip.
Bleed them out. Toss them in the cooler. There you go. And you guys, we're gonna hopefully be flying home with some fish too, which would be nuts.
Flying home with fish.
Never done that before, so we're gonna document the journey. That is, to me,
I mean, it's different every place you go and every species, but typically you're just getting a styrofoam cooler. They tape the crap out of it. They mark it up and weigh it, and then it's got your fishing ID, like your license ID, on there, and and then it's just your carry-on, or you can check it.
The baggage guys just like,
and they know.
It explodes.
They all know. They
all know. We're in mid-flight. We're like, yo, it smells really bad on this flight.
Well, you put it in a locker, a hot locker. So,
dude, the stupid brain was like, so you throw the fish in your suitcase, right? And then like you just take the suitcase on the plane.
Similar, close, very close.
You know that like split second where something comes up and your brain's like, what if it was like this? And it's always so dumb.
Insane. It's insane.
So dumb. Yeah. That's what my brain did.
I let the intrusive thoughts win all the time.
I a third of the time, because I'm a normal human. I don't know how you are
I'm not a human man.
Just two human mans. Gosh. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty stoked for it. We're gonna be fishing. We're fishing Monday too? It was like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
I don't know about.
I think we get
yeah, Monday we are. Yeah, Monday
4 or 5 fishing days.
Yep.
Hopefully. I think they said there was like, wasn't there like a stream, creek, something nearby too? There was talk
River.
about. Well, there was not a stream, but there was talk about doing like some ultralight or something, just messing around, trying some. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm like one of the, maybe you were on the couch with your kids. You were kind of like in and out.
At best.
But I think it came up because the guy that's bringing all the baits, he was like, "What do you guys want me to bring?" Keith's like, "Everything you have."
Because he likes those baits.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of tackle. Hey, it's the perks of doing what we do, man. Get a bunch of creators, a bunch of brands out with you. You're like, yeah, bring all your stuff. Oh, you don't have to ship it back. Like you can just leave it.
No, just leave it here. It's fine. You come get it whenever you want. 7,000 miles away from home.
I mean, it's how we're gonna pay down the Sea Otter Lodge. We're just like, hey, stocking you up because if you guys, I don't know if we talked about it on the show, but they're setting up to be an all-inclusive resort
for kayak fishing on the ocean
specifically. So you can just book with this Sea Otter Lodge and you sign a waiver. But then the
waiver is like anything happens, it's not me, it's on you and nature.
Oh man. All right. So I got some questions in chat here.
You can't, you're training them. Now everything is going to be in all caps.
I love that. Also, I believe I said alternating lowercase, uppercase, and or web.
That was after we already gave him this cookie, and now he's got another one.
It was specifically SJG fishing last time. Also, I don't know where your question 1 went, but I have question 2. So that's what you get. Question 2, best chatterbait like Evo and Jackhammer or Thunder Cricket. There are many on the market, and I will always just grab a Z-Man. The Jackhammer to me is better, but more expensive. And it's better because it's the most reliable, most consistent with startup on the blade actually moving over anything else. I love the Evo. A lot of people like love or hate it because people have had the issues with like the first run where the blade would like pop off because they didn't lock down the tie-in point or whatever. I don't know. It's never happened to me once, and I throw them all the time. And also I've got the micro Evo Micro, whatever, the small one, and it's pretty sick. I love that. Now they got the baby jack as well, so you can get some different sizes. So I'm always going that way. Paul, I know you like the Thunder Cricket a lot of the time, more than I like it. I just don't use it that often. And then we've tried a bunch of other ones, but like I never got into the Slobber Knocker from Berkeley. I just wasn't a fan of that one. The Booyah Melee, never liked that.
Oh,
yeah. It's so
I like Booyah, but that's
go with the OG.
Yeah.
If you don't want to spend the money, Evo's fine. If you want to spend the money, Jackhammer. There you go.
I think that people that say they can tell the difference have been drinking. I think they're all really good, and I've never had an issue with any of them. Those 3, like, if I just handed you a rod after casting it, was like reel it in and tell me which one's the Jackhammer and which one's the Evo, not a single person would get it right. Not one. I'd be like, Fair. You're a liar. You have no idea.
You cast it out, hand them the rod, and on the retrieve.
None of them would. Not a single. They're like, oh no, the Jackhammer. You have no idea. Don't lie to me.
That would be a fun one. Just
they'd all get it wrong.
Lure out. No, like we do that. Like you'll cast the lure out. I'll hand me the rod, and I'll be like, that right there is Baby Jack, and you used a Chatter Shad trailer.
I was about to say, what color?
I believe the color is white chartreuse. The trailer is white. Got it.
The trailer. What?
Will it?
3/8
ounce. 3/8 ounce.
Oh God!
on the retreat.
Savage. That's 3/8 for sure.
I was like a throwback to the mystery tackle box where Carl was like smelling the baits. He was he was like Chomps tube, black and blue. Next.
Well, the Chomps everybody knows because you can smell it from 16 miles away.
65 miles away.
I have a bag of Chomps and I can smell it right now.
Freaking Jifan Kim is in here, who has been a stealth member as of late, but a member for 49 months. It's good to see you, man. Really appreciate you hanging out with us. Remember the good old days?
Ride or die.
G-Fon was our JDM sourcer. We're just like,
Oh,
hey
yeah.
man, go, here's $100. Go buy us cool JDM stuff.
Still flying high off the snacks he left in there. Those like lemon cake things were 25 out of 10.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
And the Funko Pops that we have was from, hey, look, that Funko Pop right there. It's from G-Fon.
It's right over there.
The guy, the dude, the legend.
Yep.
He says, question, how the heck are you nerds so dang sexy?
I don't.
You don't?
You get it. You get it.
I don't.
I don't.
How you so dang sexy? I don't.
I'm not.
Done less for more.
Done less for more.
Off the rails again. G-Fon, good to have you, man. All right, Paul, what are your expectations for this trip?
We already talked about the expectation. I think the reality of it is though that the reason this is like a bucket list trip, not just for like in general for people, it should be for pretty much everybody, but for what's the reason for me is we've talked about doing like a Northern Canada, big pike, walleye type trip where those fish don't see lures. Most of the fish that are out there have never been targeted. And there's a couple of things that like get me really pumped about that situation. One is obviously it's a lot easier to catch fish. I mean, it's a totally different game. It's totally different. So as long as you're
anglers, it's easy.
Not well when you are
guys
when you're in an area like this,
the salmon super highway.
So not only are the fish very abundant, but also there's no pressure. And so we've always talked about doing like a Northern Ontario version of this one, but this is the same thing. But the fish species are cool. So my expectations are that we are absolutely going to catch some fish for sure. That we're going to get to eat really well. We're going to have a lot of fun. I will tell you this. One thing I'm very excited for is to catch a lingcod. I've never caught a lingcod. I've always wanted to, and that is like a species.
I want to catch all these species. I've
never
caught
obviously, but lingcod's on my bucket list.
Yeah.
So I've never done it. What was that?
Why? I'm curious.
Oh, because it tastes amazing. They look insane. And I have no shot at them at all anywhere near here. So lingcod is way up there for me.
I am honestly down for every species I catch. I don't care what it is. I'll be like, that's new. That's also new. This is also new.
Salmon. If all you caught was one
salmon, I'd be
non-Chinook, you'd be like, awesome. But like, bummer, dude.
I'd
like,
love
you want to catch a rockfish.
Yes, that is where I'm at. That's what I want. I want all those things, and salmon would also be great. Yeah. But like a lot of guys are going for the salmon. I'm like, salmon are cool.
Salmon are very cool.
I want to catch all these other fish though more than the salmon, because like we do have some really good salmon spots if we want to. Like we set that time aside. We can go after monster steelhead. We can go after big salmon. We've got some really good spots in Michigan. Michigan has good waters, man. We are definitely lucky for where we live.
Yes.
I'm always jealous of 10-pounders out of Texas, but I'll tell you what, it's tough to beat the variety of fish you can get in Michigan.
No, I mean, so I'm going to post a video. I'm probably going to post it next Friday just because of time. But I went trolling on Lake St. Clair. I only caught 4 fish, so it was like not a crazy day, but all 4 of those fish were different. I caught silver perch, a walleye, and a catfish. Yeah. Like, it's just like, and that's all within, well, I guess
I love
a 3-mile stretch, but
love that.
That's just trolling. Super cool.
Multi-species day. I'm always here for multi-species day.
100%.
Eric, we're trying with conventional lures, so we're going for artificials most of the time. But I mean, if it's not working at some point, there's definitely going to be some live bait.
I think
I'd be surprised if there wasn't.
They don't get pressured, so it's going to be so like anything you put down there is so different. Like I think you're catching not every cast, but you get it.
Yeah. So the intention is artificial lures for that. Should be fun. I love it. What else? What else do we got to talk about? What do we want to film while we're there? That's what I want to know. Like, what kind of videos do you want to get out of this, other than like extra reviews and testing out the vibes and like stuff we've never had a chance to?
We have to make a shot list, so I think we definitely need a shot list. Yeah. But I do think we have the main purpose is to make a video for the Sea Otter Lodge. So that would be like number 1 priority is make a fun fishing video showcasing the lodge and the amenities and the fishing, obviously, and just kind of talking about the setup and what that trip is like. So I think that's job number one. Job number two is definitely.
Hang on.
Oh, go ahead.
On job number one, how do you guys? Because I'm very curious about this. So chat, how do you guys feel about multi-part like destination trip videos? I'm not huge on it. I really don't actually like. I don't like filming it that way. We've done it before like 3-4 times, and every time I feel like it like underperforms and it doesn't meet my expectations of what a video should be. So, I mean, chat, if you're 70 y'all in here and you're all like, yes, do the multi-part, I'll do it. I'm just saying, I don't think it's as good. I think the Sea Otter Lodge is like one video, and then you do something about like being out on saltwater kayak fishing. So like that video might have a little bit of fishing, but then you do like a full fishing video too, like just combine a couple of the days. Or if there's different missions on each day could be a different video.
Sure.
So it could be like chasing salmon on the salmon superhighway for the first time ever. It could be first time out on the ocean in kayaks. Did we die? Paul did. Eaten by an orca.
But I think most of that is going to be on the vibe kayak video. So I'm kind of like, for me, I think it's mostly going to be, dude, showcase the landscape, because that is the craziest part about the whole freaking thing, right?
Yeah. Crispy says they usually stretch out too long. Agreed. I'm like, it's like, I love that shows are now like 8 episodes. I love that. 8 episodes is the right amount of episodes for like a TV show. When they used to be like 25 episodes, I was like, and that's what like watching a 3-part fishing video feels like to me. It's like a 24 episode season. You're just like,
there's no place.
Conclude.
There's no place that has enough drawing power on a video that can beat out like a killer thumbnail. Like that's the problem. Is like,
true.
I think that and the other thing I was thinking about. This is how we strategize our videos, by the way, you guys. Like we're kind of doing this live right now, but I like that thumbnail. Unless you get an unbelievable shot and you title it perfectly, has 0 draw. No one's like, oh, Pacific Northwest, I can't wait to watch this. Like people that live there are like fish there all the time. People that don't live there are like, cool, I don't care. Like, I mean, that's that's what happens, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's more about like, how do we do it our way? How do we make that video our way? And then I don't care about the result. Like we'll make it our best, but we do it our way. And I think that I'm happy with whatever the result ends up being. The other thing too, is like, everyone's going to be posting these at the same time. So I really want to post ours late.
Well, we're going to have to, because I'm not editing anything while I'm there on Canadian.
No, I meant like, so most people are going to get back. They'll post it the week after.
I'm okay with 2 weeks out, whatever. I'm not worried about posting it at the same time at all, actually, because I think that we will take a different angle on it than they will. So it won't matter.
Well, and that was kind of what I was getting at.
It doesn't even matter with iCast. We post the same stuff at the same time as 100 other channels at iCast.
Ours remains unique.
Yes, and we're going to make this unique.
Yeah, but that's why I'm like, if we do it our way and it's different, then I'm good with it. If it's like fishing the Pacific Northwest, look what we did, I'm going to be like,
you can't do that.
Oh wait, that won't work. You can't do that. No, I agree.
It'll be like freshwater anglers fishing the ocean for the first time. Like that's a way better angle on any of those. There's gonna be one clip,
I think so.
Or one video would be like that, I think. I saw somebody was asking about cooking video. TechWin Roberts says cooking video. I mean, I
won't be doing any cooking, so
I'm not cooking, but cooking will be done probably by the resort. So
no, there's a private chef that is following us around.
See, private chef, but there will be cooking.
I'm not cooking anything, but cooking will happen. So cooking video is just me holding a camera. Great.
I'm the cooking filming guy because you always cook and I always film.
Fair enough.
So I'm cooking. I'm Chef Jeff with a camera.
Yeah. That's what I am. What'll happen is that guy will come out for lunch and I'll be like, "What'd you bring me?" And then make food. And then they'll be like, "Can I take this for dinner?" And we'll be like, "Fine."
Deal.
Then we'll see you in 4 hours.
Gorilla tape is a must, says DeBurley AAA High Man. Probably.
We needed it last time.
He also asked, will Jeff of Paul, will Jeff or Paul have a yak malfunction? If both, who first? I don't know. What do you think? Are we gonna have a kayak malfunction?
I hate to say this, but what do you think is the most likely thing to malfunction out there?
On the kayaks, I think the most likely malfunction to happen is we flip. That's what the camera. What?
What's the most malfunctionist thing?
Pedal drives.
So close.
Rudders.
Insanely close.
Okay. What?
Starts with a B, ends with Ixby.
Hang on, I got it. I'll get it. I'll get there. Brixby. Are there any bricks out there?
You almost had it that time.
You almost had it that time. Next time. I agree with Basshole. Operator error.
It always is.
The thing that's going to malfunction is me. Let's be real.
It always is.
I was thinking pedals too, DeBurley. I was like, I feel like the pedals, maybe. Who knows?
Crispy has the right idea.
Make a TikTok dance.
Hear me out. Imagine Keith, Chad, Austin, literally Human.
Hear me out.
Martine, literally the whole crew doing it.
You guys can't tell them. You can't tell them, but here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna say we're doing a TikTok dance. We're gonna say we're filming them each individually as we do it, and when we get to us, we'll be like, "You idiots!
I'm
not
good."
doing that." And then we're gonna clip it together, and that will go up on not TikTok because we have TikTok, but
dude,
Instagram.
That would be the funniest thing in the world.
I love it.
In the world.
Keep it a secret. Hush, hush. Don't tell anybody.
I don't think there's enough beer, but I think there probably is enough legal marijuana in Canada to make that happen.
We can get them there.
I think so.
That's it. Maybe we do it live. I'll put on the live. I'll be like, all right, you go, and you go, and you go. And they get to us, and we're like, nah, we're good.
No, I'll do it. I don't care. I would if Chad does it, I'll do it. 100%, dude.
Oh, I'm not worried about doing it. I just want to mess with him.
Oh man, dude.
That's fine.
That would be insane. We do need to bring some first aid kits. Nah, they'll have it. They have the boat and stuff. We'll be good.
Yeah. We'll be fine. I'm not packing one. Be all right.
We got like 700 de-hookers.
Yeah. Dave, the fish whistle for everyone.
Actually, it's illegal, but we'll have a whistle.
Technically, there's something
that's
where you
a
can
safety whistle, by the way, sir.
Safety, not the orange whistle, the other one.
Dude, DeBurley goes over under. Chad slips on the ramp. He must have been wearing Crocs. Did you see that video of him?
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh,
it had one of those sickening smacks. It was just like,
oh god.
I wanted to like. He should have. Did he ever speed it up and like repeat it?
That's what I do whenever you get hurt.
Cool. Love that. And you get hurt. I love that. When you get hurt, the worst.
I did that on my video, by the way. I did it to myself. Yeah. Thank you. Also, you're the one slip that you had on the ice. You remember that on your lake? Oh my god, that was bad. So bad. Oh,
I have had
and slipped on a log. Same slip. I swear to God, they are identical. Just right on your back, like
head over heels.
It's like an element of some sort just flipped you upside down. Like gravity's like, ha! And you were like, oh, and then smash.
The ninja warrior just came out of nowhere, grabbed my ankle pick. I got an ankle pick.
You got ankle pick now.
Ankle pick him now. Dang it.
Only a wrestler. Everyone else like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about? So you slip down, grab their ankle, and you
can of corn when you also push. That is that's how you know someone's a true savage, when they ankle pick with a push. You ever see guys do that? Like college guys do that a lot. They'll like shove you while they ankle pick you if they get you bad. I'm like, oh bro, that's rude.
It's Greco style.
It's brutal.
Takedowns, baby.
The falls are 4 times worse than they push, and they don't push hard. They pick and then they just dink, and you
Sup, Cam? Sup, it's Cam. Cam's lawn service.
Sup, brother? Oh, that's my neighbor.
Your neighbor.
Sup,
it's
buddy?
Me. Your neighbor. I know. It's like, what's up, Cam? Love it. Hi, Paul's neighbor.
Go follow Cam. He has his own YouTube channel, Cutting Grass. It's the best.
Nice. I love it, man. Get after it, bud. All right. So I think we talked about expectations, reality, packing list, where we're going, all that stuff. How about advice time? We got any saltwater anglers in here? We've been talking about this.
There are a couple
all night. Where are my saltwater guys at? Guys and gals, need your help. wait.
I just saw that.
G-Fon, I'm on Whatnot?
Exactly.
I'm not on Whatnot. I've never opened that app in my life.
He's like, I've been paying for this guy's OnlyFins for 5 years.
What am I selling on Whatnot? What do I got going on?
52 months on.
Gosh dang it. G-Fon, thanks for letting me know. No,
there's no way.
Huh. All right.
No.
I'm being impersonated on Whatnot. You know what? They reached out like a long time ago in email, and they're like, oh, yeah, you should. A lot of creators are starting to do this. And I'm like, all right, whatever. It's spam. They hit me like 4 more times. And then I looked it up, and I was like, what is Whatnot? Yeah. And this is like when it first kind of launched. Yeah. So I probably logged in like with Facebook or something. So I probably have an account on there. Classic. I'm all over the place. I'm everywhere. Check out my playlist on Suno AI. I've published 2 of our country songs on there. So you guys want to hear our music, Suno AI.
No.
Also, I have a song for Paul. Should I play it now, or do we? I'm gonna play it now while we wait for advice. This is a surprise for everybody. So saltwater anglers, I need some advice. You can tell us like how we should be fishing. I have no idea what
What clothing should I bring? I don't know how to dress for inclement weather.
Yeah, especially if in the Pacific Northwest. Tell us what we should bring. Am I bringing warm gear? Am I wearing like a hoodie under the rain suit? Is that too much? I don't know. What kind of lures would you prefer to throw out there? How you fishing it? That's what I want to know. So give me some ideas, and I'm gonna play you a song. Should I give you context for this song, Paul? I said this to Paul before the show. He did not play it.
Well, I didn't have time.
We
had football camp.
This is about something that comes up in our comments rarely, is hilarious, and is a running gag on the show. Ready?
I'm ready.
My name's Jeff. I'm a fisherman. My name's Paul, and I got fishing friends.
Oh, you got friends? Cool.
And we're just 2 guys who love to fish.
Oh, wait.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
They call us the aggressively average anglers.
Let's go.
We catch fish every once in a while.
Sometimes.
Yeah, we do some gear reviews.
Yep.
We got an audience of dudes. They think we're gay because we like to kiss, but we're just fishing. Yeah, and I fish for food.
I knew it. How awesome.
My kids. And I fish for fun.
I wrote this song for you, bud.
Write it on my tombstone.
We don't fish at all when the weather's like this. But we love it. We're just 2 aggressively average anglers. We catch fish every once in a while. Yeah, we do some gear reviews.
Yep.
We got an audience of dudes. They think we're gay because we like to kiss, but we're just fishing.
Because we like to kiss, but we're just fishing. Man.
Oh, yeah.
That was for you, bud. Hope you like that song. This is from the "When Are You Gonna Kiss" comments. God forbid, 2 guy friends. That's weird.
Never have fun.
Hey, what kind of knot are you tying over there? Oh, this is a fisherman's knot, they call it. You ever heard that? I don't know. Look it up on YouTube. Yeah, I'm Jeff. And I'm a fisherman.
I'm a fisherman.
Yeah, I'm Paul. And
I got fishing friends.
And we're just 2 guys who love to fish. That's it.
That's it.
That's the end. Shut up, dude.
That's so good.
That right there is our outro.
So
we just 2 dudes that love to fish.
I wrote
That's
this on my phone. I just typed in the prompt like, hey, you're going to write a song about Jeff and Paul, the aggressively average anglers on YouTube. Sometimes people comment that they think they're gay and they're going to kiss.
No way.
And I was like, make it a humorous country song. And that's what we got. That's what we got. All right. How'd you like that?
Dude, that's hilarious.
That was the thing that happened. While that was playing, your neighbor, Cam's Lawn Service, thank you so much for the super chat, my friend.
Thanks,
appreciate you for supporting the channel. You just bought that song. There you go. I'm gonna publish that right now.
Oh God, yes.
And it's gonna be called "But Did They Kiss?" Question mark, exclamation point. And it is now published. And I love that the picture is just two fish that are fishing, just looking at each other. You see that?
They're not even waving goodbye.
Just like,
we need one that's like waving goodbye. Like, I stand by that.
Oh man, we definitely do. We just like to fish. That's it. That's it.
And then it ends.
And it just ends.
Perfect.
What was that talking part? He was like, "What kind of knot you tying there?"
Yeah, they call it a
look it up
fisherman's knot.
Look it up on YouTube.
Got him.
Oh man, this app is amazing.
Outstanding. You can just do this. Anyone can do this.
Yeah. So we did the free version and we wrote like 10 songs last night on the members only live, and then we ran out of credits. And Paul peer pressured me into buying it for a year. So we now have commercial licenses for this, which means we can play it here and not get demonetized, and we can put it into our videos. And we got a bunch of I have some metal songs in there. I have an emo punk song. We got hip hop.
There's two good hip hop ones and two really good country ones.
Yeah. So if you come to the members only live, not for the whole show, but for like 3/4 of the show, we're gonna write some AI songs. We also do the designs for like decals and shirts. They all come out of like members only live. So we come up with like an inside joke or something. So the last one we put together, we haven't posted it live yet, but we have the I Swerve for Peasants, which came out of was that Keith? It was Keith.
It was Keith. I actually still have it written on the board. I need to get rid of it. Haley just texted me from upstairs. She goes, "So you're making these songs for the next year?" And then it's like the sobbing emoji.
Yep. They're gonna keep coming. Sorry, not sorry, Haley. Enjoy. I'm in too deep. I'll never financially recover from this. I paid for the entire year up front. Worth it? Absolutely,
dude.
I've been laughing nonstop since we started doing this.
Now we got 5 new people to come check it out.
Let's go. Crispy just gifted 5 AAA subs, AAA memberships to our paid membership here. So we got Lonnie Pittman, Anthony Thompson, Polly Chris, Scott Reinke, and Dave Jones. Welcome aboard. Thank you, Crispy.
Crispy is man.
Next members only live, July 8th. It's Tuesday, 8:15 p.m. Eastern. You should be there. We do giveaways and write stuff with AI. It's a lot of fun.
Did the latest and greatest Did I Swear for Peasants make it onto the site?
Did you ever send it to Chaz?
I sent it to you.
I am not Chaz. Chaz runs the store.
Why aren't you Chaz?
Oh, hang on. I'm Chaz now.
Oh, good. I sent it to you.
Thanks. Can you send it to Chaz? Thanks.
I can do that. I'll do it right now.
So that will be up soon. I don't know. Do you have the picture? Can you like share the picture on the screen? This was a fun one to make. We're gonna make a decal. We can make a shirt. Why not? It's at our fingertips. We can make that happen. Let's do that. Anyways, try and find it if you can. Did we get any? The music took over, so I didn't get any saltwater tips. So we're gonna figure it out when we get out there. Here we go. Jim F. Slow pitch jigging in deep saltwater is fun. NLBN for inshore and shallow water. I want to use the NLBNs. Like, did you pick some up?
I want to try the NLBN. No, but they're on my list.
I want those. Those would be sweet. No. Improved clinch knot. There we go. Absolutely. It's a long time. I think I'm gonna rig up a San Diego jam. Right. Get out of town.
I'm trying to present. You can go ahead and pull it up whenever you want.
Oh. I swear for peasants. I'm sorry. I present to you I swerve for peasants. Art
There it is.
created by AI. So it was a slow rolling thunder question when Keith was on. We had the kayak angler mag, Marty was on, and in the slow roll, we were like, Paul asked the question, what animal do you swerve for when you're driving? And I said the wrong answer, which was deer. Don't do that. And then idiot. And then Keith goes pheasants, but he said it like really fast and we didn't hear him. And we were like,
Peasants is what I heard.
Peasants? And then we go, I swerve for peasants?
I wanted to change it to I swerve for the landed gentry, but I wasn't able to get that one across. I wasn't able to get that one across.
That was members only live, the landed gentry.
Landed gentry.
Absurd. All right. I love that. Also, John Long, look it up on YouTube. That came out of our song too. Watch a few Salt Strong videos before you go out. Will do.
Salt Strong is really good.
We should definitely do that.
They're very good.
Yeah. So we'll definitely go to YouTube University for saltwater fishing. Probably on the flight up. Be like, hey, what are we doing? How do you do this? We got a big project we got to work on the flight up, dude.
We sure do.
It's got to get done.
Looking forward to that.
I have a bunch of research on it. I got to make sure I put it in the old Google Drive so we can actually use that.
Oh, do ya?
Research posted. We'll get to that. This should be cool, man. Like I'm really excited. I'm honestly just excited just to be on an island in the Pacific Northwest. Like that is already a win. And then doing some saltwater fishing, which I've never really, other than I've done like 3 charters on saltwater. That's the experience I've had. Never had to do it for myself, always trolling. So this would be a neat new experience. I'm excited for it. We wanted to do this for a long time. Anything else on the old trip there, Paul? We want to go through? All right. Keep
I don't think
rolling,
so,
baby. All right. Shall we go to slow rolling thunder and then pack out? Go do the packing. The faces that you're freezing on right now are fantastic.
Good.
It like lags, and then you're just like. For those listening, the audio experience, I'm making faces at Paul. All right, let's do some slow rolling thunder. And if you guys have any, honestly, if you have any tips for saltwater, if anybody watches this later, if you want to share, just DM us on Instagram. Just go at Triple Anglers. We would love to hear from you. Share links to videos that you really like that help you out, or if you have some tips that you want to share, that would be fantastic. Appreciate you. All right, slow rolling thunder. Question number 1. Who gets attacked by a sea lion on this trip? Chad Hoover. That's who I think. I think
why is that funny? Oh, I don't know. Funny. Keith's the one that has lost a finger, so I'm gonna go with Keith.
Keith would go after him. That's why. Keith would put himself in a dangerous situation. He'd be like, "It's fine. They usually don't attack." Exactly. Still lunge at him.
I don't know what kind of sharks are there. I forget what species, but there are definitely sharks.
Yeah. If they're bull sharks, that's going to suck. Pretty aggressive. I don't think there are. I don't know. It's going to be like some basic ass sharks. Just
okay. What?
I mean, as long as they can't see my vibe, right? Because if I got the vibe with the ocean camo, like I'm invisible, they're not going to come after me. We'll go after any orange kayak. You got a papaya out there, you're done.
I love the papaya.
Love the papaya.
I don't know, man. Who's the most susceptible to sea lion attacks? Whoever's in the
you.
Oh. Yeah. Then who steps on a rock and doesn't make it out alive? That was my next question.
Me. Yeah. Like you will die to wildlife. I will die standing stationary on a slippery rock. I'll just be like, one moment statuesque, next
ankle
moment
picked by nature,
speared in the vertebrae by a sharp pointy rock below that rock. That'll be me. Guaranteed. I will fall. Second would be Chad Hoover. Chad Hoover will
then Chad Hoover right after. You guys will fall on the same rock.
Same rock. Like he'll just step up to it. Just
a bloody rock. Hey, look at this.
14 guys in a row. Just,
like, this is insane.
Are you okay? Just gone.
Wait, is this on the same?
I can't believe that just happened on the same rock.
We really should consider fencing this rock.
We're toast. We're all done. Nobody
right.
makes it out of this trip alive. That's what I'm guessing.
I've got 2 food related ones, and then we're out of here.
Okay.
So, what food would you eat, even if it had been left out for like 2 or 3 days, unrefrigerated? But what food do you eat for no reason? There are foods that I feel like very safe eating, even though they've been out for days, for no reason at all.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, my college gut reaction is pizza.
Pizza. I have no fear about eating 2-day-old pizza. None. And I don't know why.
I know that there should be a fear because it is not a good idea.
But I have no fear at all.
Yeah.
The other one is meat sticks. Like,
well, I don't even
been out for 4 days. Don't care.
Yeah.
Eating it, not a problem. I wouldn't even think about it. I'd be like, yum.
Meat sticks floating in the cooler after the ice is melted. It's like blah blah blah. They're like just submerged. They sink to the bottom, and you're like, all right, aqua meat stick. It's all good.
PB&J is a good answer. I have no fear about eating a PB&J. None.
The only thing that sucks about a PB&J is when that jelly gets soggy up into the bread.
That sucks. Yeah.
Then you just have gelatinous gluten.
Still eating it.
Still gonna eat it. Silly, but it's like a reverse Uncrustable at that point. You just eat around the outside of it.
Popcorn is butt after 3 days. 2 days, maybe. 1 day, no problem. But popcorn is
it's like 18 hours is a life cycle of popcorn.
That's what I'm saying. But like multiple days, that's butt for sure.
Nope, not a chance. Jerky's a given.
Another one I have like no fear about eating. I'll have to cut the outside off, but cheese.
And because the outside turns that plastic.
Yeah,
it just gets like solid. Yeah, disgusting. I do the same thing. I just go cut.
And it's turning into death. But then I'm cutting the outside off. I'm eating it. We're good.
Yeah, I love that Crispy put butter because
I leave mine out all day.
I was like, so many families have the butter dish, which is really meant for like the occasion, but it lives.
No, that's me.
That's how you get soft butter.
How else am I supposed to have a spreadable pat of butter?
I think I'm gonna carve it. I'm gonna do the canoe. No, I'm gonna ruin everybody's life that way.
Disgusting.
Ridiculous.
I get my own stick of butter with my name on it.
Yes. Dougie Fresh, Fishaholic. That's Keith from Kayak Angler Mag. Yeah, we should just watch Keith's channel on YouTube and get some ideas. So great idea. Robert Fields as well. Yep. Yeah. Where are we going? We're going to the Pacific Northwest off Vancouver Island, out on the Salmon Super Highway. I think he's like an echo at the end. Highway. I'm just gonna be screaming that through a megaphone.
Crazy Cranker says rainy season is here. So everything is soggy, wet.
Figured so.
It's wet everywhere, bro. It's like I've had more rain this year than anywhere else.
It has been insane. It's like the worst year for me to have an exposed shed right now because it's not done. Update on the office pod that I'm in, by the way. If you guys saw those videos, the company Autonomous agreed to pay for all repairs. I sent them a quote from the contractor, a local contractor. It got approved. We are moving to stage 2,
where we insulate and waterproof.
Yep. So he's going to re-insulate everything. It's just got spray and foam. He's going to scoop it all out, put it in like R13, and then we're going to so in the summer, this thing gets so freaking hot.
Not anymore. Well, but it won't be as bad.
So he's going to do all that stuff. We're going to be good. It should retain heat in the winter better as well. So I am stoked for climate control here. And then, I should have siding and roofing up hopefully in like 2 weeks. We'll be back. It's been sitting with a tarp over top of it for a week and a half.
Better than no tarp is what you had before.
Agreed. It was horrible.
Big win.
Yeah, so that'll be nice. Actually,
then all your like weird sicknesses will clear up because you're not breathing in like mold.
Yeah. You're gonna be respiratory problems gone. Let's go. No more black mold for me. Yay! I'm really stoked to not die. Eventually, I will. But
all right, last question. What's your theory? What is your working theory on how you should be eating when you are going to the airport and traveling for whatever reason? Like, what's your thought process? Because everyone's is very different. Some people go and they're like, I'm sitting at the bar at the airport. I'm spending like $200 for like 3 pieces of salami, and that's going to be fun. Or I'm going to drink like 98 beers at the airport bar. Or some people, like, everyone's different. Some people are like, I'm not paying a dime for anything. I'm eating everything before I leave, and I'll be so full I won't be able to roll myself into a seat.
Just bring food with you in your backpack.
Some people are backpack foodies, but everyone has a different, like, there's always the person who's got like 3 McDonald's sandwiches.
Yeah.
Like, that's not me. I'm eating bars, caffeine for sure, at bars, and water, tons of water.
It's exactly what I bring is a bar. And then since I can't bring a Monster with me through security, I pay $9 for a Monster.
Yep.
And I go, wow, great economic decision. And then I chug that sucker. And then I fly for 8 hours.
I tend to get a Star. I tend to get a Starbucks because they're the same price as the outside world. They don't.
I don't because I don't want to have to poop on the plane.
I see. That's fair.
Not about it.
If I get the Monster, that's for later.
Yeah.
There's some sort of it's a power move to have a unique on the beverage on a plane.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's a flex though. I do understand people though when they're like, oh bro, I'm bringing a full McDonald's breakfast onto this flight. That is also a power move. Look,
bologna sandwich, Jim.
No one can outflex pocket bologna sandwich for sure.
When you're just like, what are you guys having?
You got mustard or not?
Jim, mustard on the bologna sandwich is a must.
Butter and pepper?
Butter and pepper bologna. You've been spending too much time in Canada.
Have you ever tried
it? I will try it. Of course.
It's good. It's actually pretty good. Butter and salami is king.
I'm with Army Outdoors.
I'm
not that way. I just want one beer, one tall beer. Whenever I did multiple, I found
sleepy, miserable,
gastrointestinal distress on the plane,
discomfort, unhappiness. Yeah, it's terrible. I can do one nice one. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Jim says yes. Must to mustard. Mustard is a must. Let's go. Got to have it on the bologna sandwich. Pepper, butter, and Paul, you've been to jail? Pepper, butter, bologna?
Bro, I've been poor.
Well, there you go.
Oh, dude.
Similar.
If you don't have, there are some things that I find that like I do. Yeah. Tracks.
Peanut butter and mayo.
Would try.
Yes. Potato chips on it. Let's go. I can see myself doing that. Not on accident. 100%. We'll never know what Paul's saying. 100%. Brian J says beer is bad for plane. Agreed. That's what we were talking about. You get that gut.
Yeah, dude. There's just like.
Paul, get a new internet. Get a new router. Gosh dang it. All good thoughts. I would say travel. I'm bringing bars in the backpack. Get a Monster when I get there. I usually try to avoid buying restaurant food at the airport because it's $1 billion. Not a fan. I'm gonna pay like Chipotle a burrito bowl $25. No, thank you. And they won't even double the meat up. They don't even care. I'm not reading the last one. All right. So that's all we got for tonight. That was fun. Thanks for helping us prep. Anybody watching this after the fact, saltwater guys, gals, give me some tips. Hit us up, DM us on Instagram. We're going to be posting throughout the week, next week, on Instagram, on YouTube, all that stuff. We will have videos pre-uploaded before we leave. So we're not going to post anything from like when we're there. Probably be a couple weeks after so we can do some better editing. I hate editing on my MacBook Pro. It sucks because it's an older one, so it's just slow. But I will only do that for iCast. It's like the one time of the year that I will suffer to edit a video for y'all, but not on this trip. We're just going to have some fun, post a lot of pictures, a lot of short videos, post some long videos when we get home. But there will be, rest assured, lots of footage, lots of stories. So follow along with us next week. We will not be live next week, Wednesday. We're going to take the week off, and then we'll hit it again when we come back. And we're going to be on Wendell's, Yak Fishing Obsessed podcast when we come back as well. So that should be a lot of fun. It's a little first guest show for us in a while, Paul. I'm excited for it. Should be a good time because Wendell's going to be up there all week. So we're hanging out anyways. I have no idea at what timestamp Paul is at right now. So we're going to check out for tonight. Yep. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with us. And we will catch you next time. Chaz, take us out.